Hello, friends. I am Tom Downey, and the NBA trade deadline is here. It's already gotten wild and wacky. Kevin Durant got dealt in the middle of the night. We'll break that down, how it impacts the Warriors. If there are any trades today involving Golden State, we will keep you guys covered. We'll have buyout candidates later on this week for you as well. If you want all the best Warriors coverage here on YouTube, hit that subscribe button for free right now. The NBA trade deadline is here, so let's check in on the latest as it relates to Golden State. Some trade targets we'll get to, but also some potential targets also off the board for Golden State. We begin with the biggest NBA news of the last, since I guess the last time he got traded. Kevin Durant is going to the Suns. That's a big impact on the Western Conference race. It's Durant and TJ Warren in exchange for Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jae Crowder, 4 first-round picks, all of them unprotected, and a 2028 first-round pick swap. So the highly unlikely but dreams of a Kevin Durant reunion in Golden State appear dead for the Warriors. They had also been linked to Jakob, the now Raptors center, as Birch, a first-round pick next year, 2024, and 2 second-round picks go back to the Spurs as Jakob once again goes back to Toronto. Kind of funny how that works out there. So in the end, 2 potential Warriors trade targets are off the board as I was building our main live coverage coming up on Chat Sports there today, and the record is almost identical for Golden State from what it was this time last year to where it is now. So kind of funny how that all works out there in the end. Golden State is still going to be in the market for trade players, and perhaps one of the players who got dealt in that Kevin Durant trade could make their way back out west. That's Jae Crowder. There are reports, very much understandably so, that the Nets are going to shop Jae Crowder before this deadline, try to flip him again in a last-second deal. The Nets got him as part of the Suns, basically for salary filler. He had not been playing this year. The Suns have been trying to trade him. They eventually do as part of the Kevin Durant deal. I would expect at minimum he ends up getting bought out, which could make him a prime buyout candidate. Although if you're able to swing a trade for him now, that means you get him and don't have to worry about the whole buyout aspect in the end. With the Suns making the league-shattering move of adding Kevin Durant, if you're trying to win yet another title, you probably need to get a little bit of an upgrade. Boost your roster here, because that Suns team is absolutely loaded. So will the Golden State Warriors make a trade before the deadline? Sound off for me in the comments section. This question will be the pinned comments on today's video. So head down there, let me know if you think the Warriors will make a trade before this year's trade deadline. Today's show is made possible by Athletic Greens. I take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day. Get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com. I gave AG1 a try because I wanted better gut health and wanted a supplement that actually tastes great. I take AG1 in the morning, and it makes me feel prepared to take on my day. Once I got baby Olivia, my 1 and 3-month-old now. So with her breakfast, I make my AG1. I don't feel the need for caffeine in the morning anymore, and I feel energized throughout the day. Plus, AG1 empowers the gut for whole body health. Covering my nutritional basis for the day literally couldn't be any easier, which is why I trust Athletic Greens. I mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with water or apple juice some mornings and drink it first thing. Done just like that. And I also like that it costs $3 a day, which is pretty good if you ask me. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality sourced ingredients, and that's a win-win. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That's athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Check it out. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Let's move now to some updated trade targets beyond Jae Crowder there, as we've got a couple hours to go before this year's NBA trade deadline. If you're looking for some guard help, how about Alex Caruso, the Chicago Bulls guard? Their asking price allegedly has been a little bit out of whack. Multiple first to first, I don't know about that, but he'd provide immediate veteran help for players always kind of exceeded the expectations assigned to him in a very positive way. Not the best production this year, but 24.2 minutes, 5.6 points, 3 boards. He's a nice backup guard, especially with Steph Curry now banged up. Adding another guard, I think, makes a lot of sense. If the Bulls drop their alleged asking price for Caruso, it starts to make a lot of sense. So do you want to trade for him? Type in T for, yeah, you want to trade for him, or P for Patch looking in a different direction. Let me know in the comment section. Let's go to a big man. How about Mo Bamba of the Orlando Magic? Appears to be firmly on the trade block. He's never really lived up to the draft expectations assigned to him, although unfortunately Warriors fans do know that one pretty well, with James Wiseman not being, frankly being, the production-wise, I should say, not that different, although more games for Bamba. Wiseman's only played in 21, and it just, I get the vibe that unfortunately, despite still only being, I think, 21, James Wiseman has not been the guy we thought he was going to be. And if he's not part of your future, I think Mo Bamba is kind of buried behind a very deep front court in the Orlando Magic. So many bigs on that roster that can play. Adding Bamba does make things better for Golden State, at least in the short term. And Golden State's trying to do the whole balancing the short term, long term, and that's difficult, but you got to figure out one side to land on there. So if you're worried about Wiseman long term, adding a relatively affordable trade option to Mo Bamba, I think does make some sense. Finally, Matisse Thybulle, the wing for the 76ers. If he could just shoot 3 to 4 threes per game, hit like 35%, he'd be worth so much. He can't. Matisse Thybulle is a 3-and-D defender who forgot the 3 part and only plays defense. But he's a really good defender, and that makes him an appealing fit for Golden State. The Warriors don't really play that much defense. Yeah, Klay Thompson can still be a good defender, but they are kind of lacking that at too many key points in different games. And despite his very real shooting woes, Thybulle is one of the better defenders in the league. And it sounds like the Sixers would love to get rid of Thybulle and move on. And I could see a scenario where it's maybe not even a first-round pick that ends up going back to Philadelphia. So would you trade, hypothetically of course, a second-round pick for Matisse Thybulle? Why for yes? And for no, you can sound off for me in the comments section. And if Golden State makes a trade, well, of course, we'll do a video on it. But we will also be live on the Chat Sports YouTube channel. We're going live at noon Eastern time. We'll be live all the way through the entirety of the trade deadline. After, we'll do buyout candidates, a mailbag probably as well. So if you want breaking news as it happens, tune in with us on the Chat Sports YouTube channel. The link to that channel is in the comments and the description of today's video.